My name's Lindsay Coulter, and I've been using Imagen for 2 years.
3 years now?
I've been using Imagen since April 2022, so about a year and a half now.
I started in 2021.
When I saw it edit 700 photos in like 5 minutes, sign me up.
First, I want to say thank you so much to Imagen for sponsoring this video. We are out here at Canada Photo Summit in our hometown of Waterloo, and Imagen is also a sponsor of this event. I'm asking some people a simple question: how has AI editing changed wedding photography forever? Hello, Lindsay Coulter. How has Imagen and AI editing changed wedding photography forever?
It's too big of a question. Imagen has completely transformed the way that I do my business. I used to have an assistant editing my stuff full time. I've done outsourcing. I've tried all of it. None of it ever worked for me. I always ended up spending hours and hours hand editing my photos and losing my mind, feeling like my work was trash, I was trash, my business was trash. And now with Imagen, I just get to enjoy creating photos.
Looking across the street at Poppy's Bakery, let's see who else we can find. Oh my gosh, is that John Branch IV? You are my everything. How long have you been using Imagen?
I think it's been 3 years now. Yeah, 2 to 3, somewhere in that range.
And your talent, so we can edit just like you.
Exactly. Aww. Use my look on all your photos.
And how has Imagen not only changed your workflow, but also just wedding photography in general?
In real time, you're talking an 8-hour editing session split between weeks versus a 1-hour editing session just to double check the photos. So because of that, I have more time to just hang out with my family, which is really what I do most of, and then I edit the photos.
Oh, hey
buddy. Everything's changed, yeah. So from delivery times to the amount of time I spend on my computer, everything's just been streamlined aggressively to the point of I feel like I have way more time in my life to do the things I actually care about doing. So it's been great.
Like setting up Canada Photo Summit.
Like setting up lights like I have in high school. We're back.
I do this for a living.
When did you start using Imagen?
I started in 2021. It took me about a year after you guys started using it, I think. Is that right? When did you guys start, 2021?
Yeah. Were you hesitant at first?
I was a bit hesitant at first. I had another company editing for me, and then I think it was you who said, they're probably just using Imagen to edit my stuff. And I was like, oh, why don't I just cut up the middleman and then teach it what I like, and then go from there.
What was your process? Were you hesitant at first, or were you?
I was definitely questioning. I tend to be a early adopter of tech, so I thought it was kind of cool at first. So I went ahead and jumped in, and when I saw it edit 700 photos in like 5 minutes, that was it. I was like, there it is, sign me up.
How has AI changed wedding photography in general and also my life? Well, it's given me a lot more time with my family, with my kids, because I'm putting images through Imagen and it's being done in like 6 minutes instead of me spending hours or days on each wedding. We'll say.
Oh, that's a nice backlight. And how do you think it's changed the industry for the better?
Oh, I think it's given us all a lot more space in our businesses to think about other things that we can do for our clients and for ourselves, rather than just repeating the same old patterns of editing things the way that we always were. We've got new tools, and those tools make it faster so we can focus on things that we enjoy more than things that we don't. Unless you really enjoy editing, then do it by hand by all means, but Imagen is better.
Yeah, during the last presentation, I culled and edited an entire, starting with 2,200 images down to about final delivery of 401, all run through Imagen AI. So, yeah, pretty great to be able to knock that out while just sitting in a comfortable chair in a theater listening to people educate everyone. Well, it's provided a lot more opportunity for me to say yes to things without feeling like the crippling load of, all these shoots stacking one on top of the other. If I showed you my back catalog of, how much I need to get done, it might freak you out. It doesn't give me any anxiety at all because I know I can work my way through it so easily. Pre-COVID and really leading up to about the first year when weddings started to come back from COVID, it was crippling anxiety. So the technology and the product really was developed and launched at the perfect time to be able to deal with all that.
Enjoy not editing.
Yeah.
Because it's done. All right. Now for my take on the question. Maybe first, if you are curious about Imagen, there is a link down below to 1,500 free edits. You can sign up and give it a shot. If you sign up with that link, you get an additional 500 edits, more than just signing up on the regular Imagen website. So use that link. Now, how has AI changed wedding photography editing forever? I think it's done a few things. As you've heard from everyone, it certainly allows you to have some more free time. I think another important thing is consistency across galleries is also greatly improving. If you're hand editing images over a long period of time, you're just less consistent. Maybe it starts to get dark outside and incandescent lights come on and become your main light source, or you edit half a getting ready section of the day and then you go and shoot a Friday, Saturday, Sunday wedding. And when you come back and you resume editing, your edits are definitely going to be a lot different. Now, another thing that AI editing has changed for me is preview images. It's now very easy to not only finish the entire wedding gallery the day after the wedding or even the night of the wedding, but also to send a good number of preview images. Every couple has a friend that their wedding photographer took way too long to send them any photos, and if you're the photographer that can get them a nice collection of images to share with friends and family immediately after the wedding, it's going to result in a lot more referrals for you. Share those image previews with the makeup artist, the florist, the venue, rather than having them track you down to ask for images. You're making it easy on them. You're giving them something to market their business with and tag you on social media. Next, Sam touched on this bit, but the anxiety. Today is a few days after Canada Photo Summit, and Lindsay is doing her winter seasonal sessions. What this means is she is doing 10 shoots today and another 10 shoots tomorrow. In previous years, this would mean the entire next 1 to 2 weeks would just be editing. Having that level of editing backlog does not feel good. And rather than feeling like you're running a thriving business, the all-consuming feeling is just digging yourself out from under that editing pit. Now you can come home from a heavy day like that and you can have all the editing just done for you. And if you're skeptical, basically the way the system runs is through pattern recognition. It sees how you edit images, and when it sees other similar images in the future, it just edits them exactly like you would have. So it's not removing the art from your editing, it's just doing exactly what you would have done, but significantly faster. I'm going to use Sam as an example for this. He does some pretty crazy artistic stuff, and his Imagen profile nails the editing every single time. If you do make further edits to images that come back, you can upload those finished edits and continue to train your profile so that it gets better and better and better over time. Now there are even more bonuses with Imagen. Maybe the number one thing for me is that it straightens your images. For whatever reason, I shoot all of my family photos on a 2-degree slant, and this just corrects that, and it corrects and straightens images across the entire wedding day. Next, you can also have it do masking. If you'd like Imagen to create masks and just have your subjects pop a little bit more, or do kind of that selective white balance adjustment just on the couple, there's an incandescent light off screen but the background looks good, it will identify that and balance the scene for you. And their most recent update was just a few weeks ago. You can now use Imagen as your cloud backup solution for RAW files, and that's really awesome. Also, if you're interested in attending Canada Photo Summit 2, it's April 22nd to 24th in Waterloo, Ontario, Canada again. Tickets are discounted to $199, and those are Canadian dollars, which I think it's about $150 US, and it is on discount until Black Friday, which is November 24th. So there it is, how AI editing has changed wedding photography forever. If you'd like to give Imagen a shot, use the link down below. Get started with your first 1,500 free edits. Again, use the link, otherwise you're gonna get slightly less edits to play around with and make sure the system is for you. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to put them down below and I'll get back to you. Now here's a little song.
As you know, pizza is delicious. I'm excited to eat some more. It's my goal to try all the flavors from Napoli to NYC. Hey yo, I really like pizza. I find it hard not to eat the pizza.
Wow.
Slow fade.